Hi, my friends. How are you tonight? Welcome to StarkArt After Dark. I'm Christy. I started StarkArt to help those that need help, that are lost, feel disappointment, betrayal, just very sad right now. Try to help you get over that, at least for just a little while, just to feel a little peace. I'm going to paint and start to help your week, maybe go a little smoother, hopefully. Stark After Dark. I started this, like I said, to help those. And today I thought that Sundays could be like a restoration. Sunday soul restoration. I think that'll be good for Sundays so we can start the week back on a good note and get everything going. The theme of this, I wanted to go like from weary to empowered, preparing your soul for a peaceful, purpose-filled week. So relax. Hopefully you're in bed, ready to watch a little bit of painting and enjoy the night. You're getting ready for bed, I'm sure. Maybe getting ready, maybe just now getting ready to start the night. Maybe. It depends what shift you're on. But hopefully, I'm going to start some of your weeks really good on a good note. Hopefully. This is going to end more the week than the weekend. It's going to end more than just how we rested, but it's going to refill our souls. If you're here tonight, it's not by mistake. I already know something about you. I know you're strong, maybe tired, maybe still healing, but you're showing up. And that's what it's about. We got to show up. We got to show up to show out. Tonight as I paint, I hope we're creating a space that you can breathe again. I want y'all to think about how things have changed so much. And I want you to try to be in a more positive state this week. I know sometimes it's going to be a little difficult, especially if depending on the job and what you have coming up this week. And maybe you have a job interview. Maybe you just lost your job. Maybe you got to go stand in line and get an unemployment. And it just depends. Depends what is going on in your life. But let's reclaim this new week with purpose. Let's release what no longer serves us. Let's just do it. Do it. Get it done. Any of those out there that are procrastinators, Lord knows I was. I still do procrastinate, I gotta say, on some things, but I've been a much better, and you can too. If you say you're gonna do something, go ahead and get it done. Just don't even procrastinate about it, just get it done. It helps a lot in the long run. It really does. Nice guy. Okay, so let's go so we can get to rising again. Too many times we carry too much into each week, like guilt or disappointment, comparison, grief. But to rise with purpose, we've got to lay some of that down. We have to. That's just where we have to, because we're not going to make it and it's not going to work out right. He guides our steps. We've said it before. Everybody knows. He won't give us more than we can handle. We've got to stay in there and be strong and have that drive, that determination to know we can do this. We're going to get it done. And I dropped my towel. Here we go. Back again. On the first action I want you to take this week, though, reflect on what you're still carrying. Meaning, God invites you to cast your cares, not to carry them. He doesn't want you to carry everything all the time. He wants you to let it go. You don't have to walk into this new week weighed down with what's already happened. It already happened. It's over. Going into a new week. We're going to speak peace, not pressure. Speak peace, not pressure. And in order to do that, we have to have a lot of self-positive talk. Can't be negative and, oh, I can't do that. I can't do that. Nope, we're not going to do that. We're not going to be that way. We're not going to let the week start that way. Because we're not. Ask yourself on the carrying, ask yourself, what burden has been dragging you down? What do you feel is going to drag you down into Monday? Write it down. Name it. Speak it. Let it surface so you know, so you feel it. I hope y'all have had a really good weekend. Hope you had some fun activities to do. Hope you spent time with your families. That's always fun. I had my baby girl this weekend, so that was really fun. We always have a good time. Laugh. Oh, we laugh all the time. It's a good thing. Laughter is such good medicine. It really, really is. But after I said, write it down, speak it out, let it surface, release it through prayer. Maybe art, maybe a hobby, maybe just your own words. Maybe you just need to say it out loud. Maybe it's something you've been holding back. It's just deep down inside you. You just really, you're still hurting so much. But you need to release it. It's time. It's time to let it go. You won't heal if you don't let it go. Trust me, I know about that. I know about not letting it go and waiting way too much time. Too many of us wake up on Monday and we're just overwhelmed. So let's shift that and shift it like a new soundtrack has gone off in our heads. Let's say we're going to do that this week. We're going to change it up. We're not going to do the same thing. Maybe listen to something different on the radio. I always listen to K-Love because that's uplifting and positive and it's not yelling, music at me. And I know most of the songs now, just about everything. I know when they're brand new and coming out. And it lifts me up, It really does matter what you listen to. If you listen to all that yelling and cussing and all that, it changes your mind. It changes the messaging that you are letting your mind absorb. Our minds will absorb anything we feed it. So we got to be smarter than that. God don't want us doing anything that does not nourish our souls. He wants us to nourish our souls. Not listen to crazy stuff. Let's see. We are going to speak our peace. We're not going to have any pressure. No pressure. We're going to speak peace over our week. And we're going to do it before the world has a chance to speak in fear. You know, that is always the devil. That's the devil trying to get in. We aren't going to let him do that. What I want y'all to do this week is create a peace plan. We're going to create a peace, your own peace plan. I know it sounds, you're like, what the heck are you talking about, girl? It's going to be a peace plan. I'm thinking, do I want water or do I want land? Y'all forgive me. Forgive me. I'm thinking right as I'm doing this. Let's see. The peace plan. I want you to think of a peace plan this week, okay? I want you to take action. It's going to be an action or a task. Non-negotiable. One non-negotiable task or activity this week that you're going to do every day. One thing. It could be a devotional, morning devotional, a 10 minutes of silence. You can just be silent for 10 minutes. One positive affirmation to yourself, positive self-talk, maybe a morning or an evening walk, 15, 20 minutes. Something that you can provide yourself peace for 15, 20 minutes each day this week. We are going to put peace into it. We are going to put peace in our week, and we're going to start by doing it ourselves. If we make our own plan, because we know what we need. We know, God definitely knows what we need, but we, deep in our hearts and our souls, we know what we ask the Lord for. We know He always knows what we need, by the way. We may think we always know what we need. God always knows what we need. In fact, somebody always would say something to you, no matter what, even if they were wrong, completely wrong. I never worry about it anymore. I really don't, y'all. I have so given it to Him that I don't let anybody, I guess, bother me as far as trying to stir me up and fight with me, especially if I know that I have said something right or I know that I am correct. I know God knows, and why fight about it and get all upset and just be crazy about it? Just, peace. We need peace. Our souls need peace. And if we could just focus more on that in our weeks, especially like I said, soul restoration. Sunday soul restoration. This is perfect. It's perfect tonight. It's late. You're getting ready for bed. You're going to start a new work week tomorrow. Maybe you're just now getting ready to go to work. But just remember, He loves you. You are enough. And you can make your peace. You can do it. If you want to do it, you can do it. And like I said, it starts small. It starts small. Some of you are right where I was. It feels like you're not going to get out of it. I get it. I do get it. And it does feel like you're never going to get out of it. But you know what? You will. You will. If you need help, I'm always telling y'all, if you need help, if you know somebody that is struggling, that cannot take it no more, I have been teaming up with charities I really like, I think I told y'all pretty much in the beginning when I first started this that the suicide prevention was going to be my main, and Hope for the Day is a good one. So I will be working on teaming up with them, and that will be a awesome partnership. Partnership is what I'm trying to say. Thinking about my water. That's a lot of water, y'all. That's a lot of water. Anyway, okay, so back to your non-negotiable one action this week. Every day you're going to do it. Every day. So tonight before you go to bed, think about, are you going to do the morning devotional? Are you going to do 10 minutes of silence sometime in your day when you can? Are you going to tell you something very positive? Think about what you're going to say, what you're going to do. You can make it happen. You can make it happen because you are enough. You are enough and you can make it happen. Write another thing. Write a weekly declaration. That is something like, write something like, this week I will walk in peace, pursue purpose, and release pressure. I am anchored in God, not perfection. That is a good one. Why don't y'all write that one? That was a good one. Write that one down. This week, I will walk in peace, pursue purpose, and release pressure. I'm anchored in God, not perfection. God does not expect us to be perfect, y'all. He never has. He never will. He does not expect that. He does not. No, that's not how he. That's not how he does things. He does expect us to do our best, though. Anything we do, he expects us to do our best. This just blends it a little bit more, even though most of it has already dried, because I really liked how it laid down tonight. So it blended so much better. And again, if I wanted to do anything to it, I could fix it or change it or do whatever you want to do it. That's another reason why I really think that starting to paint with people, it really is a great way to, oh gosh, find your peace. It gives you something to do. You can disappear, go into this painting and just be somewhere else. It's so awesome. But, I want to take a breath just a moment. They say breathing really does help. If you breathe out anxiety, just take a breath and breathe out for 5 seconds. Just 5 seconds. Don't get a head rush and get all dizzy and everything. But think about that. I mean, it is wonderful how we can calm ourselves if we just use our minds. We can do this. We can do it. Purpose doesn't pause, y'all. It doesn't pause. Just because you're healing doesn't mean you're not called. You're still a vessel. You're still chosen. And your purpose isn't just waiting on perfect conditions. It's waiting on you to say yes and that you're going to get started. And it's not all about being perfect. It's really not. You don't got to be perfect, especially when you're starting out. There are not a lot of people that are perfect when they first start out. It takes time. It takes time to learn, to get better, to be your best. I mean, God does give us gifts, talents. Sometimes we don't even know we have the talent until we try it. And so many times, most of us don't ever try it. We never try. And then in the end or years later, we're like, oh man, we start having regrets. You don't want to have regrets. We never want regrets. Regrets are that's the sad part of the life. That really is. Especially when the person that you loved is gone and there's really nothing else you can do. Pray about it. Try to keep healing and live the right life so you can see them again someday. Because when they're gone, it really, it can get to you pretty harshly. But this week, choose one small act of purpose. One thing. Send a kind message to somebody. Start a blog. Maybe start a blog. Maybe you've been wanting to write something. Start letting the world know who you are. Let them know. We got to get this mountain just easy. There's a crazy mountain up here. But you know what? I've seen them like this too. They get crazy. They're all different shapes and sizes out there. Awesome. Oh yeah. Crazy one got a hole in it. Oh yeah. But anyway, like I was saying, send a message to somebody. Start a blog. Paint. Start a hobby. Start writing. Maybe you've been wanting to write a book. Serve. Go use a talent that you have and serve the community. Go help somebody. The other day, a lady was coming out of Dollar General, and I was standing there, and I had walked out, and I had my bags and everything, and I see her, and she's got a little cane, and she's like walking, and poor thing, she's looking for a ramp so she can walk up. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this is my chance right here to just go be sweet and help this little lady up this. Because I hope and pray that when I get older and I cannot walk and my little young whippersnappers are out there, hopefully they will help me too. Anyway, I grabbed her hand. I walked over. I said, let me help you. She said, oh, honey, that is so sweet. And I thought, that is nothing, honey. That's just something we should do. It's just automatic. I read something the other day too about when you put your carts, when you go to the store and you put your cart back, it says something about your character doing that. And I thought, yeah, it really does. It really does. It does. It says something about you. And the whole article goes on about how much you take pride in the your area around you and providing something for the next person. And it really was cool. And then it also talked about when you go to a restaurant and you push your seat in, when you put your chair in, when you leave, that was a big one. That was a big one. Seeing people do that, that's just a thing of respect. Leaving it left the way it was for you before you came in. I just thought that was so cool. You know, that is one thing I have always done. So when I read that the other day, I thought, oh my goodness, I have always done that. So that was pretty cool to know that, you know, that's a good characteristic to have. I'm not sure if I'm going to leave that whole. I think it looks it looks different. It's different on that. But, you know, this week, ask God what He wants to do. What He wants to do through you this week. Ask Him, talk to Him. Sometimes our biggest breakthroughs start with the smallest obedience. Listen for Him. Look for signs. Maybe He's trying to tell you something and it's right there in front of you and you don't know it, you don't see it, you don't realize it. Watch for Him. Watch for Him. Good. So you want to listen for Him, you want to watch for signs, and you want to see things. So I want you to start looking for signs. Reflect on things. When you go past somewhere, maybe take another look at it. You know, a house maybe. Maybe go by a house you used to live in. Just, you know, for memories this week. Just to find that little bit of peace. You know, I started StarkArt. I started from the pain that I had. Because I knew I had a purpose. I knew I had a purpose to share with people. And I knew I had enough education and everything. I didn't know I could paint. But then that came along and it just all has fallen together. It's just so much better when you're happy. And life is so much smoother. This painting has given me so much more purpose. I mean, I love it so much. I want to do it every day. And it gets me up out of bed. I'm so excited to get ready. I make up my bed every morning. That's one thing you can do. That's the task you can start doing every day this week. Just start making your bed every morning. If you already do that, awesome. I was taught to do that too. The service did that to me. So thank goodness I had already done that in my life so much. I was already ready and used to doing my own bed. So making that bed up every day. Of course, when we had to bounce a quarter off of it, that was a little different. I had never had to do that, but it did. It gives you a lot of discipline. But it's the little things like that what I'm talking about, y'all. That's what I'm talking about. It's the little things that if you just set it down and you say, okay, I'm going to do this and start putting action behind it, you can make it happen. It will be wondrous. Okay, we're going into the next segment. This is rest isn't laziness, it's obedience. Now, I got a lot of friends that would say, you are lazy. Well, you know what? In the past, I'm sure I was because I did not care. But in the laziness, you know, they've always said, never say, if a person is depressed, you don't call them lazy. You don't say they're not lazy. They are trying to rebuild themselves and come out of the darkness because it's been so dark for so long. And now after being like that and feeling that way, and I can relate, and I know exactly how it feels. It hurts. It feels like it's never going to end. Oh, it's painful. It's painful. So I know it's not laziness. Rest isn't laziness. It's obedience. Remember that. Burnout isn't holy. Exhaustion isn't proof you care. God rested. Jesus withdrew. So why do we feel guilty when we pause? Only God knows. So make every moment count. God knows. You don't have to worry about what other people think. You go with what you know. With what you know you did right. You don't worry about anything else. It's what matters. What matters is what God thinks, anyway. It does not matter what man thinks. It matters what God thinks. He is the one that we want to spend eternity with. And we will, if we live the right life and we give it all to Him. We've got to start talking to Him. We've got to let Him in, or He won't ever. He loves us. Don't get me wrong. He loves every single one of us. But it's up to us to do the right thing, live the right life. Again, if you need guidance, you don't even know where to begin, please reach out. StarkArt.online. Oh, I do have the store up now too. The store is up. There's only about six or seven portraits, but you can start ordering on the site and get whatever you want, the picture on whatever type thing you want. It's pretty cool, and I've worked really hard on it. That is at StarkArt.threadless. THREADLESS.com. So it would be Stark Artwork. I didn't say artwork, did I? Stark Artwork.threadless.com, and I will put that on the website and Facebook group. Y'all, if you don't know, if you have not joined the StarkArt online Facebook group, would please do that. That's going to have all the updates, and we'll always have all the lives and everything, and I will be going to that soon. I won't be staying on Christy Stark to do these. I had not established enough of a presence, I guess, on Facebook or YouTube. YouTube, I can't even do live there yet. But when you get established and enough subscribers and all that, then you can start becoming more of an influencer, I guess, and talk to your audience. And that's been my whole thing, is finding the people that need me. I know all of you don't. I know some of you got it all together, and you probably never maybe been depressed in your whole life. And that's great. I honestly never thought I'd be this depressed in my life either. But you know what? When it happens, it happens. And there's really nothing you can do about it except learn from it and start getting better. Start moving forward. You gotta move. You gotta keep moving forward. We gotta anchor our steps as we go. We gotta come up with new things that we can keep our minds busy. Get out, see our friends. Be as good a person as we can be in this life. Show the love. This just gives it more of a shoreline, y'all. I put a lot more water in that. That's a lot of water. I'm going to have to get some streams going in here. We're going to have to put a little bit of falls in this one. Some falls coming down on this. Anyway, like I said, God knows, so make it count. Schedule rest as an act of your worship this week. I'm not saying like you definitely go to church. I'm saying at home. At home. Create solace in your week. Protect peace like your life depends on it. Because your soul does. Your soul does depend on it. So make the most of it. You can do this. You got this. You definitely do. Rest in your identity, not your productivity. Rest in your identity, not in your productivity. Take more time for yourself. If you have a family, give a little bit more this week. Maybe more of your time, more of yourself. Surprise your wife, surprise your husband with something. Do something just really cool, something nice. If you got a best friend, do something with them. Surprise them. Shock them because you haven't done a lot with them. Because you've been all down and sad and in the darkness. Surprise them. Say, hey, let's go do something. They'll be like, what? Oh, mine were like that. Mine were like that when I did that. So it can be done. That's the fun part. When you start coming back, your friends are so used to you being the way you were for as long as you were. They don't. It's hard to prove to them that you are back and everything gonna be okay. Because it's hard to believe after you are so down for so long. It's just the way it is. Yeah. But thank the Lord. Thank the Lord I finally listened to him and let him totally have it. Totally have it. Take it from me. Give me peace. Give me a lot of love. And I feel it. I feel it. I do. I feel it every day. And y'all, I'm telling you, the more if you get to know him and have a relationship with him, treat him like he's your best friend. Talk to him. He will guide you. He'll guide your steps. He'll guide your steps. He'll give you that love. You are already enough in Christ. He does not judge. He loves you just the way you are. Not because of what you do this week, but because of who he says you are. Who he says you are is what matters. That's all that should matter to you. Doesn't matter what the person said at work about you. It doesn't matter about what the boss is saying or trying to backstab you or whatever that is. You just give it to God. Give it to God. I am telling y'all, you will have so much more peace. Peace. It will be so much better this week if you just give it to him and have more peace. Don't forget your peace plan this week. Think of one thing you can do every single day. Every day. By next Sunday, I'm going to have this set up where we can talk. I believe that I'm going to be better helping more people if y'all can talk and respond as I'm painting a picture for you. Because then we can respond and ask questions and everything. Y'all can ask things and it'll just be so cool to be more interactive. So and again, y'all, this has been so new for me and just getting it going, and doing the right thing and trying to make it interesting for y'all, but still help you find whatever help you need. And again, this Sunday soul restoration, it hit me, and I thought, oh man, Sunday night is always such a rough time because everybody's going to work. You're going to have to go back to work again. And all right. Oh, let's see. What else can I do to this one right now? Just before we start getting to the point of calling it a night, let me put a little bit of fall in this. I will finish this up and I will show y'all. You'll see it somewhere. It will be either on the shop or in the in our group. I had thought about making that a private group, and I probably still will, because some of the things that we will discuss, because of the nature of just confidentiality. Some of you, I think, will want to be in the group and not have everybody know all about your business. So we will probably do that. And again, then we can find out more, talk better. But I will make this falls where water is coming through here. This will look really pretty, and I will show this to y'all when I get this done. And when you like drive off into the sunset. Let's have a week of purpose, though. Purpose, peace, and promise. Let's say it. Purpose, peace, and promise. Let's have a week just like that. As this painting's coming together, so are you. You are not behind. You're not broken. You're becoming what you are meant to be. Hope, heal, and hold it together. Hope, heal, and hold it together. This is what we are going to do together, and we are going to come through this better, stronger, more blessed than we ever thought possible. I have been posting those daily motivational, God's getting ready to rock your world. He is, y'all, and he can. So give it to him. He's already way ahead of you. He's paving the way, calming the storms, planting seeds of purpose in the soul of your story. You got this, y'all. You got this. Dear God, as we enter this new week, calm our anxious minds, anchor our hearts and souls in you. Remind us we are still called, still becoming, still loved, still cherished, still enough. Amen. For all of you that have enjoyed this, I appreciate your time. I appreciate you watching me. I hope that I have given you some soul restoration for your new week. If this has meant something to you, give me a comment. Please share this with someone you know might need this. Join me next Sunday for another live painting with purpose and soul restoration. Visit StarkArt.online to explore my artwork, and I'll have some more resources. And as things build up, you'll see it you'll know on the group. Let's walk into Monday, not with dread, but with determination. Always, always. And always with love, hope, and healing. Be blessed. Until next time, y'all have a beautiful week.